Evening people, evening, welcome back to the channel. We are back tonight live with round 3 of the Alfa 155 Cup hosted by the P1 racing community. If you want to get yourself involved, go join up over there on Facebook. Excuse me. And yeah, sign up for some of the leagues. But we are, yes, live for round 3 tonight. Live from Big Willow at Willow Springs International Raceway. Tricky circuit. There's plenty of sand. Not a lot of, well, there's no runoff. It's just a sand pit with some tarmac draped in the middle of it. If they get it all wrong, it's a great big trip off into that sand pit. There's also a couple of great big jumps. So if they really get it wrong and they think, you know what, they can just launch these jumps and absolutely, so you might see cars absolutely being sent into oblivion. You don't know, especially in between the races. So the format is the 3 times 10-minute sprint races. They are allowed to use any tyre, but obviously it's only 10-minute sprint races, so the majority of drivers are all going to use the softs, but they do have to stick a set of mediums on for one of the races tonight. Have we got qualifying, boys, or is it reverse grid for this one? I don't know. Or is it points from last week times 3 divided by your age plus something else, which gives you the grid order? I don't know. I forget. Clues in the name. Clues in the name. So that's the format tonight. The points wise, we've got the HKRT, the boys all the way over there from Greece racing with us, leading the way at the minute with 112 points, starting to stomp away with it actually, leading into round 3. Obi-Wan sitting in second with 84 points. Mocking Week's just 1 point behind him with 83 points. We've got the Ginge Imposter. So is he actually Ginge or has he not got the Ginge? Who knows? 79 points, and again nipping at his heels is HKRT Manos, another of the Greek drivers with 78 points. We've got Ice Chand in 6th with 64 points. P1 Pilgrim in 7th with 58 points. We've got Captain Pugwash in 8th with 48 points. HKRT Midas in 9th with 46 points. 10th is Nick Vic 007 with 45 points. 11th is HKRT Sturpen with 31 points. And P1 Skippy, who I think was asleep last week. He missed a race or 2. He's only sitting on 8 points. So yeah, wasn't able to join us last week. Poor Skippy. He is racing from the other side of the world though. He's an Australian racing from Australia. God knows what time it is in the morning there when he gets up. But he does get up at stupid o'clock in the morning to come and race with the P1 boys. So, you know, big shout out to him. Right, let's get ourselves into this lobby. Merch still available, people. T-shirts and stickers. Let me know if you want any of those. Got to keep doing it, haven't I? Hey, evening. How are we all doing? Let me get that sound on early. Right. Here we are then. Not a few drivers missing tonight, so we've only got Skippy, Nick Vic, Midas, Midas Alani, so HKRT Midas. P1 Pilgrim, Manos, we've got Mocking Weeks, we've got Obi-Wan, and we've got HKRT Kevin, and little old me. I think we may have a few connection issues. I've seen something in chats, just people, maybe, we'll see. A little bit of glitching going on, but we'll see how the race gets on. Right, let's get ourselves in then. There we go, sandpit, launch, doing. Take out the TV tower. Cameraman, hold on. Chaos and mayhem ensuing with Skippy. Thanks, Skips. This is perfect timing. Never to return to the tarmac again. That's about the size of it. It's a sandpit. So, your guess is as good as mine, because I'm a dumbass and I've not remembered whether there's even qualifying for this one. Skippy trying so hard to hit that black stuff, look. He's giving it up. No, straight into race 1 then. No qualifying, so grid order from last week. Yeah, so Skippy at the back. Reverse grid from points. False starts on then. Only 8 drivers, and again, great big sand here, so they've got to get it right. Lights go on then. We get ready for these to drop. Straight into race 1 tonight then. We'll have a flick through with tyres in a second. Let's just get ourselves into turn 1. Does everyone make it through here cleanly? Just about into turn 2. Anybody going for a move? No, Skippy still leading the way then on that soft tyre up front. Summer Bay. Wasn't that where Neighbours or something was filmed? Or the other one? Home and Away, that's the other one. A little bit of sideways action from Nick Vick there. He loses a position to Midas. Dust kicked up there from Skippy as well. The Australian, quite used to the sand, I'm sure. Now, Alani looking around the outside to the inside in the next corner. Has he made it work? He has. He's put Skippy right off. He's off into this doo-doo-doo. Gets himself back on track. It's Obi. Obi's already off track. Right, okay, so chaos has properly ensued. Midas Alani putting Skippy right off the pace there. Gains the lead. Nick Vick then holds that second position, even with a little bit of sideways action. He did lose that position to Midas through that. Pilgrim holds third, Manos fourth. Kevin in fifth. Championship leader looking for a toe down into turn 1. Oh, a bit of late braking, a little bit of contact between himself and teammate Manos. Does make that position though. Manos gets nudged down to 5th. I almost thought there was going to be a driver off track then, but managed to hold on to it. Mockin in 6th. Sorry, Mockin just getting through past Manos himself. Has he held it? He has. Into this little uphill section. Oh. Kevin gets a nudge. Has to... Pilgrim left him no room through there, so he gets a little bit of a sandpit action himself. Has to hold on to 4th then. Kevin in that 4th position. Mockin in 5th. Manos in 6th. Skippy just holding on to the pack at the minute in 7th. Poor old Obi. So where did you come off? Into the hairpin section? I didn't see anyone else off track through there, but a long way down at the minute. Skippy, 4.8 seconds in this 10-minute race. Midas Alani then leading. Pulls a little bit of a gap away from Nick Vick, 1.2, 1.3 seconds. Pilgrim on the back end of Nick Vick, looking for a toe into turn 1. Got Kevin right behind him. Another driver's going for a move into turn 1. Whoa. Nick Vick pushes it a little bit wide. Pilgrim able to get a bit of a run on in next to him around this long right-hander. Tricky corner to get a move done. He's got to be careful. Has he left the door open? He has left the door open. There is Kevin. Just thinks, yep, I'll have some of that, but can't make the move. Let me change that camera. That's not working. There we go. That's better. Pilgrim then does lose that position. That door just been left open. Manos thinks he can have a look as well. Got a little bit of advantage at the moment, but he's not going to make that work into the next corner. Oh yes he is, because Pilgrim's run it wide. Mistake then from Pilgrim. Loses in 2 positions. Mockin also now having a look. Gets a good run on him. Car for sale from Mockin. He doesn't want anything to do with this car after this league, so it's up for sale. Trying to make the move around the outside of Pilgrim into this final corner. Nick Vick has found himself in that sandpit. Skippy as well, just gets it back on track though. Nick Vick, oh, he does get it back on track, but it's put him at the back of the field now, unfortunately. Look at this, Alani running away with race 1 at 2 seconds down the road from teammate Kevin. Again, it's not the Greeks versus the English or anything like that. They've just joined. So Greek 1, 2 and 3 then. Midas, Alani, Kevin and Manos. Being hunted now by Mocking Weeks, who's got himself past Pilgrim. Pilgrim's keeping himself tucked into that slipstream. There is Skippy almost with the pack. 2.1 seconds down at the moment. Nick Vick then back on circuit, but 7th, a long way down as well. 6 seconds. And Obi still looking for anybody to race at the minute. 4.8 seconds off the back of Nick Vick. Should put him at, if he finishes here, put him at the front of the grid for next race. So maybe he's just strategically just rolling around at the back now, waiting for the next race so he can get himself up front and be done with this one, get the next one on the go. But look at this. A lot of the liveries done by, I think Kevin's done them all. So all looking pretty good. We'll have a quick flick through those. Kaspersky Lab for Alani. Martini livery on board for championship leader HKRT Kevin. Do look good. Manos in the all-in. Oh, bit of dirt kicked up there. That's pushed him wide. Mocking Weeks comes up the inside, carrying all that speed through there. Catch Mocking Weeks. Stealthy. Look, I don't know why it's got tape on the bonnet. Don't know whose head he's had taped onto that. The Stealth Alfa livery on for Mockin. Have a look at Pilgrim with the Chewits livery. Stone the Flaming Crows, mate. Oh, it is home and away. Look, there it is. Summer Bay Surf Life Saving. I knew I was right. I knew it was neighbours. Marlborough on board for Nick Vick. Obi in the very colourful Alfa Romeo livery. Yeah, looking good on circuit, all the cars. Again, I think Kevin's done a few of these. He has now managed to get his way up to Midas Alani, carrying that speed then. Overtaking his teammate into that top spot. Into turn 1. Nearly 7 minutes into race 1. Ooh, kicking up a little bit of sand, just dipping a wheel on the exit of that corner. Got to be careful. These two starting to pull away from everybody else then. Mocking Weeks in 3rd, being chased down by HKRT Manos. Pilgrim falls off that pack a little bit. Skippy also. Oh, he's found himself with half a second penalty as well. Obi-Wan has made up a position, but I can purely imagine that's because Nick Vick has possibly made another mistake. He was 4 seconds in front of Obi, but now 3 seconds behind him. So the sandpit not catching too many drivers out. That's not the best view, is it? Wasn't the best view at all. It was just some sky. Do better, PlayStation. Mocking then under threat for that 3rd. Then Manos right behind him, coming out of this final corner onto this long start-finish straight. I'll say it's long. It's not that long. Oh, he's running wide though. Not able to carry the speed, Manos. He pushed it a little bit too much on the exit of that final corner. Ended up running it wide a little bit. Keeps himself in touch though. He's still getting a toe off of Mockin on these straights. Oh, pushing it wide through there. The gap opens up a little bit. Just hits the marbles on the way through that section. Trying to close up on those 2 drivers in front. Kevin now starting to pull away from Midas Alani as well. Gap opening up to 2.1 seconds. Don't let me forget my coffee. I don't like cold coffee. It's cooling off rapidly. That's some better views. That's some better views, PlayStation. That's what we're talking about. Not like just the sky and some rev counters. Obi-Wan then in 7th. Still a long way off of Skippy. I don't think he's going to close him up before the end of this race, and Nick Vick again falling back a little bit more, 12.4 seconds off the field at the moment. And this will become final lap then. 9.5 minutes in. Kevin now 3.2 seconds up the road from Maida Solani. Has everyone gone for softs in race 1? Just flicking through the pack quickly. Oh, some people have blown completely through their softs. So I'm looking at the bottom left hand side of the screen. There's a little gauge there with all the tyre wear on, and I'm just looking if anyone says RM or anything else, but no, everyone's picked racing softs for race 1. Kevin has kept those looking pretty good as well. There's still about a third left on that front left. We've seen a couple of drivers where it's been absolutely red. There you go, second place, Maida Solani. Very thin sliver of grip left on his, and he is being closed up by Mocking Wheat. Still a second back, but that tyre might cost him around this final corner. I don't know whether Mocking Wheats will be able to carry the speed though, but we'll keep an eye on Kevin. He's coming up to the line then to finish the race. Oof, again, just kicking up the sand on the exit of that corner. Little flash of the lights as he comes up to the line. Taking the win then in race 1, Maida Solani. Mocking goes for the move. Oh, he does just hold on to it by a blim of a second. Mocking Weeks third then. Manos in 4th. Skippy taking 5th. Pilgrim making a mistake then. That tyre costing him. Ends up in 6th position at the end of the race. Obi taking 7th. Again, getting caught out very early on in the race and spinning off track, I assume, or ending up in the sand pit. But yeah, was thrown in the bin for him very early on. Nick Vick had a couple of mistakes, and that cost him that position as well. He started in 2nd, Nick Vick, but just got tangled up once or twice. So there are official results then for race 1. Kevin up top, Midas in 2nd, Mocking in 3rd, Manos 4th, Skippy 5th, Pilgrim 6th, Obi-Wan 7th, Nick Vick in 8th. Pressing buttons, there's only 8 drivers, so nobody else to look at. So race 1 done and dusted. Next race at 22 minutes past, so 5 minutes of Waffletron. I'm gonna waste some of that 5 minutes by being quiet and vaping. Is that 5 minutes? Is that 5 minutes yet? That's not, is it? Don't forget your coffee, smoker. There are more minutes, look, more seconds and minutes I can waste being quiet and drinking coffee this time. I'm not going to do that through the whole cup because I know it really winds people up. But I might. So there we go, race 1 done and dusted again. Oh, in fact, you know what I'm going to do? Because I know that during the break, it's a good 5 minutes. People are going to get bored. They're going to end up on track. And they're going to look for them jumps. If not, they're going to just crash into each other for 3 minutes while they're all out on track. Nobody venturing out then apart from Obi. He's got the mediums on. Whether he holds on to those for the race, I don't know. Okay, so race 2 is wherever you finished in race 1. Nick Vick out on track as well. Come on, someone hit a jump. You know you want to. You know you want to. If Wrecking Ball Racing was here, he'd already be off 3 of them. Probably backwards off one of them, which wouldn't actually be his choice. It would just be what happened in the middle of a crash. So was Nick Vick. Yeah, Nick Vick's out on the mediums as well in this little practice session. Skippy also picking up that your flaming galah. I don't know what galah is. I'm hoping it's not anything abusive, but just screamed it. It's on the back of his car, bro. It's on the back of his car, mate. Bloody Drongo. There you go. See, I think that's false representation there, Skippy. As far as I'm concerned, he should have corks hanging from that hat. He should also keep his hat on, shouldn't he? Forever. Right, come on then, Rampatrons. You know you wanna. Oh, Skippy's driving properly. How dare he? How very dare he? Obi, send it. Come on, you're from space. There's a jump just there, look. Oh. There was a jump just there. One just there. Bit of dust there. There's another jump coming up here, look, around this corner. If you get it right. And then over that. But no, everyone's playing the game. Pilgrim, come on, Pilgs, come on. Running out of time here. It's 22 minutes past. That's it. That's it. I've waffled. There you go, green ticks. Well, you've let me down, boys. You've let me down. There you go. The perfect opportunity there. Oh, Nick Vick. Oh, Nick Vick. Perfect opportunity. Come on. Round this little left. And then stomp it. Now. Oh, come on, Skips. I know you're not Obi-Wan, but you are my only hope. That's not a jump, Skips. I'm upset with all of you. When you finish this race, you need to think about what you've done. Okay, race 2 then. Kevin is going to lead the way. Can he stomp himself away? It looks like most drivers, actually, yes, everybody's gone for mediums race 2. Lights go on then. Boom, they go out. Everyone gets a good start. Does everybody get a good turn 1? That is the next question. Kevin leads it in then minus second. Ooh, Kevin's pushed it a little bit deep. He's managed to get it back on track. Is that going to cost him in the next couple of corners with dirty tyres? He seems to have just about got away with that one. Mocking Weeks is having a look at Midas Alani though, coming into turn 3. Quite close enough. Again, these drivers have just got to be careful. These medium tyres, don't catch them out. Skippy just getting a little brief moment of late braking there, kicking up some sand. Oh, almost off track again there for Skippy. Come on, stay off the beach, mate. You're not on home and away now. Whatever that, Summer Bay. You're not Summer Bay now, all right? Put down the surfboard. Step away from whatever the biggest wave is out there. Step away from the Bondi. Kevin leads then half a second over Midas Alani. Oh, sand being kicked up again. Skippy off track in the background. Mocking getting a good look at Midas down here. Can he make the move into turn 1? Come on, camera. No, stays behind him. Manos right up his tail as well. Skippy having to go a little bit defensive into turn 1 to block the move from Pilgrim, Obi and Nick Vick. Ooh, Nick Vick up the inside into turn 2. Get the move done on Obi through there. Obi slow then through that first turn. Nick Vick able to take advantage. Oh, Manos coming around the outside of Mocking Wheats. Come on. Wheats got the advantage through his turn. Tries to hold the outside line through there. Now got the inside line through this turn, but Mockin regains the lead through that corner. Manos right on his tail though, heading down here. In a good position to go for a move. He can stay here onto that start-finish straight. He's already closing back up on Mockin. Can't go for the move. Mockin's going to make him run around the outside here, which is obviously the longer run now. Oh, Manos has gone for the switch. It's cost them both a little bit though. So the place almost taken, but Mockin gets it back on the exit of that corner. Skippy holding 5th. Oh. We've got some glitching on with Manos. Have we got glitching going on with Manos? Is that what that was? Didn't look like he sent Mockin. Maybe his car seems a little bit loose compared to everybody else's, but look at this, Kevin disappearing up the road, exactly the same tyres and everything as everybody else. 2.2 seconds. Midas holding 2nd, Mockin 3rd. Ooh, Manos sending that thing through turn 4. Driving it like a maniac. Almost off track through there as well. Skippy might be able to close up on him. Battle in the background, Pilgrim and Obi-Wan having a punch up for that 6th and 7th. Obi getting through, Pilgrim right on his tail though, heading down this back straight. There is Nick Vick still tucked into the slipstream of those two as well. A little bit of a gap between these three and that little pile of 5 in front. 4 in front, sorry. Kevin's off. Oof, he is off. That wasn't me. I didn't do that. Hasn't lost too much time, but lucky. I bet that made his heart skip a little bit. Midas still holding this 2nd position. Mockin not been able to make it work just yet. Manos closing that gap as well. Those 3 pretty close together. Skippy's not been able to hold on to those 3 though. 1.5 seconds back. He's now got an Obi who has managed to get his way through those last couple of drivers. Chasing his way down to Skippy. Pilgrim in 7th and Nick Vick in 8th. Kevin just making this look easy. Right, let me drink some coffee before it gets cold before the end of this race. I've got to finish it. There's not much left. Just making it look easy then, Kevin. Midas Alani still holding off Mockin Weeks. Mockin still fending off Manos. Again, now Mockin's turn to drive himself off track. Wow, I've got to be so careful with that. Trying to clean those tyres coming into turn 1. He's going to lose some time to Alani in front, just a little bit. See Manos able to close up on him. Oh, Mockin being closed up into turn 2, takes that inside defensive line early on. Can Manos sweep round the inside, trying to press it, but the tyres just letting go. Mockin just holding on to it at the minute, but Manos carrying the speed. Does Mockin go for a late break? He does into this corner. Can Manos hold it? Apologies for the jinky janky. I think it's yeah, it is. It's Manos that's bouncing around, which is making me want to vomit, but Mockin Weeks looking pretty smooth. He does lose that position to Manos though through those couple of turns. So it's Greek 1, 2 and 3 at the minute. Obi way off the back of those 4. He has got himself into 5th though. Skippy's made a great big mistake. Skippy then finds himself from 5th. Oh, I've gone too far. Skippy finds himself from 5th down to 8th. He's got damage front and rear as well. Skippy, did you hit a jump? Did you send it without me looking? Tell you what. Kevin then, again kicking up the dirt through turn 1, but holding on to it. 3.7 seconds up the road then from Midas. Manos still holding that third. Mockin not able to grab that one back down the start-finish straight. Looking dangerous though, but again, tricky course to overtake. Just goes from a left to a right. You've just got to go defensive on the way into these corners. And it's almost impossible. You've got to get an absolutely perfect run out of some of these. I'm hearing tyres squeal. Nick Vick off track. Gets himself back on, but just coming in there far too hot by the look of it. Maybe Pilgrim, those two having a coming together maybe. Nope, Skippy finding himself off track through there as well. Kevin looking good again in race 2, nearly 8 minutes in. He's got 4 seconds lead over Midas. Now then, Mocking Weeks. He has managed to carry the speed. Manos just dipping a wheel on the exit. Mocking outbraking him, getting the move down just before turn 1. Now he has to hold the inside line through this corner. Does he allow it to run wide again? Again, difficult through there. He's just carries the speed into turn 1. Into turn 2. Trying to go defensive, but it just pushes him wide on the halfway point through there. And Manos just sees that door open wide open and slots his way in. And he's just got to feather the throttle. Make sure he doesn't send Mocking Weeks off track, and as long as he can hold that position, he can stay there. So Mocking Weeks got to try again then, but he's running out of time. Last minute coming up. And we'll see another lap. Yeah, odd that everybody chose mediums in this second race. Again, all over the back of Manos down here. Going for it this time. Maybe hoping Manos will make a mistake into turn 1. He doesn't. And there's Kevin all the way over there, look, on the opposite side of this big corner. Drivers finding their feet in these Alfas. They've obviously done a league in them before with all those liveries, that's for sure. You must have seen this one posted and thought, yes, we'll have some of that. Mocking Weeks all over the back of Manos again, then looking for that position. Obi still trying to close up, but too little too late in race 2, I'm afraid. Nick Vick in 6th, Pilgrim 7th, and Skippy has just crossed the line in 8th after a disastrous second race. All sorts of damage on board for him. Mocking then getting the move back on Manos. Can he hold on to that through these last couple of turns? Well, this last turn, it's one big turn. Doesn't want to throw it off track. We'll see. Kevin cross the line first again though. Here he comes, flashing those lights, swerving across the track, showing his appreciation, taking the win then. Midas coming up to take 2nd. Mocking does hold on to that 3rd position. Manos, unfortunately, not able to get that one back off of him. Obi, backwards. Does he cross the line? Yes, he does, just, even though he almost took out the flagman. Takes 5th. Nick Vick comes home in 6th. Pilgrim going to come home in 7th position. Oh, backwards with the Chewit Racing. And we had already seen Skippy cross the line. And there we go. Race 2 done and dusted. More vaping, more coffee. Wasting minutes. There he is, taking the win in race 2 as well then. Official results on screen. So Kevin up top again, Midas in second again, Mock in third, Manos fourth, Obi fifth, Nick Vick in sixth, Pilgrim seventh, and Skippy in eighth. 40 minutes past, so yeah, 5 minutes of vaping and drinking coffee. All right. Well, that's the coffee gone. Don't worry, I've got plenty of vape. That looks strange. Does look a little bit misty now. Most drivers, all drivers have used the medium tyre, so everybody back on the softs for this final race is looking a little bit grey on track. I don't think weather's an option for this one. Nobody mentioned early on that they were going to have it tipping down with rain. Usually hear some kind of inkling that the weather might change, you know. But no, nothing that I've seen. Yeah, the Greeks liking these little Alfas. Getting on very well with them. Again, liveries looking on point, so they've done something with them in the past. So GTTCC is coming up as well, people. 6th of June. Yeah, 6th of June that starts. That's going to be Friday night, 9 o'clock. That's 2 half-an-hour races. GR4 class cars. It's 2 different cars per event as well. So you get a free choice of car, and then prior to the season you get to put a vote in for a car, and whichever one gets the most votes, that becomes the second race car. Everybody has to use that. So, you know, let's say it's a Ferrari 458. That means everybody in race 2 uses a Ferrari 458. It might be the other way around. It might be race 1. But yeah, 2 GR4 cars. Not fully sure of the criteria, but it's 2 GR4 cars. It's 2 half-an-hour races. I don't think tyre wear's on. If it is, it's probably 1 or 2. So you'll probably manage to get through a whole race, unless they stipulate that everybody has to come in for a pit stop. There are penalties, and there are sort of judges and adjudicators and stuff like that involved. So if there's any issues, you know, send them to those people. Again, with these people, if there's incidents with the P1 boys and their racing, you know, we look at the events after the race. People take the replays and look at the events, and if it's deemed a bad move, you'll get points taken off, or grid place penalty, or, you know, no qualifying for, well, not that this has got qualifying, but that sort of thing. There'll be some kind of punishment. Yep, that's GTTCC coming up 6th of June. I'll be commentating on one lobby or another. I don't know. It's usually 5, 6. There was sort of 7 or 8 lobbies when I first joined it. Massive league. All absolutely rammed as well. 15, 16 drivers in each. So yeah, big event. And it's split over divisions as well, so you're not racing against people who are ridiculously quicker than you. You are sort of put into a category. If within race 1 you've smashed everyone by 10 seconds, and then in race 2 you've done the same thing, even though you started from the back of the pack, well, you're obviously far too quick for that league, so you'll get jumped up a league into the next lobby up, and so on and so forth. But you do get promoted and demoted throughout the you know, between seasons as well. So if you end up at the bottom of your division, your league, your lobby, last 2 or whatever, you drop down to the next lobby for the next season. And if you come at the top of your league, obviously you move up, just like the football. Just like the football. but without men rolling around on the ground screaming blue murder when someone looks at them wrong or messes their hair up. Right, race 3 coming up then. Final one of the evening. Final 10-minute race. Again, looking a little bit misty out there. Come on, let me in. So reverse grid for final race then. Kevin starting at the back. Can he force his way to the front? No, not force his way, race his way to the front. Red lights come on then. We wait for race 3 to get underway. Again, it's another good start by everybody. Skippy leading us into turn 1 then. Oh. I think Skippy's forgotten to change his tyres. He's on the mediums again. Lots of drivers on the mediums. Okay, maybe they don't like the softs. Maybe the softs wearing out, or maybe it's just a glitch that I'm not aware of. I do find it strange that everybody's opted for the... Oh no, Nick Vick gets sent. I don't know if there was contact between him and anybody else. Skippy's still leading the way. So yeah, someone in the chat, if you crash, if you're racing the lobby and you crash and you've got time, why is everyone using mediums twice? Is the wear too much on the softs? Is that the problem? Skippy leading us around lap 1 though, pulling a little bit of a gap. Obi's got himself into second. Manos already into third, being chased by Mocking Weeks. Kevin right on his tail though. Look at the move Kevin's just pulled around there, carrying so much speed around that final corner. Side by side with Mocking. That's not a good view, is it? Just a blur. Mocking coming back up the inside. Kevin making his way past Manos and Mocking. What a move by Kevin. He's definitely found his pace with these things. Manos fourth then. Midas finding his way through as well. Mocking gets shoved all the way down to 6th. Nick Vick in 7th. Pilgrim now 8th. Skippy off. Somebody off in the background. We'll catch up with that in a second. I think it's Midas Alani. Or is it? No, it's not. It's HKRT Manos. And Midas Alani. Both drivers off track. Skippy then leading us down through lap 2 then. Obi-Wan hot on his heels. Look at this, Kevin already into third, chasing down the top 2. So it looks like 2 of the Greek drivers have had a bit of a tangle. Maybe Mocking Weeks caught up with that as well, because he's now in 8th, so maybe he was tangled up, thought it was his fault and given the position back. Skippy gets a bit of a wobble on. He's under threat here though from these 2 drivers, side by side between Obi and Kevin. Both of them 3 wide then coming into turn 1. Oh, I was just about to say Skippy's not going to come off the best in that one. A little bit of a jump straight back over the track and he goes for a drifter-tron down towards the crowd. He's backwards. Nick Vick going to go through then. Pilgrim going to go through. Skippy still trying to get himself back on track. Oh no, he's put the hammer down far too early. Got it backwards. And now you might see some jumps from him then. So Obi leading. HKRT Kevin in second, hot on his heels. Oof. Obi pushes it wide through that turn. Look at the speed Kevin carries through there. It's almost like his mediums aren't mediums. It's almost like his mediums are softs. He's able to carry so much speed around some of these corners. He's just figured out how to drive them. Can Obi hang with him then? Big changes on track then. Nick Vick into 3rd, Pilgrim 4th, Midas 5th, Mocking Weeks in 6th, being chased pretty closely by Manos. And there is Skippy, finally back on the black stuff. a long way down now, 28 seconds, a few spin rounds for him. Kevin then on the limit every time for every corner. He's 0.8, nearly 0.9 of a second ahead of, oh it is 0.9 straight away, of a second ahead of Obi. Doing his best to hang on to the Greek driver in front. Taller though, he's turned up in this league, Kevin, and he's absolutely smashed it from day one, race one. Vic though in third position, a little bit of a gap back to Pilgrim, not under direct threat at the minute. He's only got to lose a tenth or two and Pilgrim will be back in that slipstream range. Midas trying to close up as well, 3.6 seconds off the back. Mocking Weeks another 1.2 seconds off the back of him. Manos another 1.3 seconds back off of Mocking, and poor old Skippy 28 seconds down still. Kevin not dipping a wheel on the sand through there. We've seen a lot of other drivers do it. Nick Vick managed to get away with it this time. Obi then loses that time, 1.3 seconds down now. Kevin's just got it on these. Pulls a little bit more time on him around that corner. Opening the gap up corner after corner. Obi just can't find those lines. Nick Vick holding that third position. Pilgrim still 1.5 seconds off the back of him. Running out of time to close these gaps up actually. Taking shortcuts is not going to help him either. Midas Alani holding that fifth. Mocking still chasing him down 1.5 seconds back. Excuse me. Another 1.5 seconds back to Manos. So again, one or two little mistakes could allow positions to swap before the end of this race, but if everybody keeps it on track as they are, then nobody's going to make a move on anybody, I don't think. Oh, somebody's off. Who's off? It's Nick Vick. Nick Vick comes piling across the track. Oh, I didn't do that either, all right? Oh, shame, Nick Vick. I thought you'd got third. I thought you'd got enough of a gap ahead of Pilgrim to stay ahead of him before the end of this race. Damn shame. Skippy's been backwards again, though. He's now 37 seconds off the field. Kevin opening that gap up in front as well. 2.2 seconds now over Obi. Jedi forces weakening with every corner. Holds it on track, but loses another couple of tenths to Kevin. Pilgrim into that third position then. Midas in fourth, 1.1 seconds behind him. 2.5 minutes left to go, so Pilgrim's just got to be a little bit careful here. Again, Mocking Weeks. A little mistake from Midas could allow that position to change. Manos is only 2 seconds behind him. Nick Vick, after getting himself back on track, unfortunately is 11.2 seconds down. And Skippy now 19 seconds down. Oh, sorry, that yeah, it was 37, but obviously the timer hadn't updated. Out on his own then, Skips, unfortunately. Oh, look at this. He's made a second up, Kevin, since we last looked. Obi has almost managed to blow out a front left on a set of mediums here. He's pushing so hard. Thought Jedis could levitate stuff. Just do that. Just levitate around the track. Pilgrim making a mistake, so he drops himself from third to fifth. Oh, his front left absolutely broken as well. Oh, does he hold on to that position? Does just, but he's struggling here. Manos all over the back of him. got the long right-hander coming up as well. That's where Pilgrim's going to struggle. He struggled just coming out of that corner. Manos able to carry so much more speed. Even though he's only got a sliver of grip left himself. So across the line then to start his final lap for Kevin. Obi manages to get across the line, so he gets another lap. Midas Alani into final lap. Mocking Weeks as well. Manos, is everybody going to make it? Maybe. Pilgrim gets across the line. Nick Vick is going to get across the line. It is just going to be poor old Skippy that finishes this one. Keeping my eye, making sure nobody's spinning round. Oh, Skippy. Come on, get it back on track. There he is. Takes that first of the positions, then comes home in 8th place. Kevin onto this long final right-hander. Again, look at the tyre wear. Big chunk of tyre or grip left on that front left compared to some of the other drivers we've seen. And look at this, 8.9 seconds, 9.5, nearly 10. What has happened to Obi? He does 10.5 seconds. Obi, have you just driven yourself off track? Yeah, he's really struggling with that front left as well. I think everybody's struggling with that front left. Yeah, loses so much time on that last lap. Obi comes home. Just look at that. Throwing the car into the pits. Have some of that. Hates it. Midas coming home in 3rd, then Mocking Weeks taking 4th. Oh my God, Pilgrim off track in the background in 6th, but Manos coming across the line in 5th. Pilgrim's tyre blown out, dent on the front as well, but he is going to come home. Maybe he does. He takes 6th. Nick Vick did exactly the same thing, ploughed himself into the wall on that final corner, but comes home in 7th. Yes, oh, lucky Nick Vick. I thought you were going to get 3rd. Binned it. He binned it. And there we go. Another view of HKRT Kevin. Someone needs to step in. I'm fed up with looking at this. I'm sure Kevin might be fed up with looking at this. But there we go. 3 races done and dusted. The HKRT boys have turned up in force. And Kevin is top of the pile. Yeah, it looks like there was a bit of contact between Midas, Mocking, and maybe Manos as well. And there we go. Job done. Round 3, done and dusted, in the bag. No more sandpit. Oh, thank God, get rid of the sandpit. Don't get me wrong, it's great when it all goes wrong for us, but not for them, I'm sure. Green Hell, what's that? What have you done? Have you burged? That's the only Green Hell I know. Have you Nürburged? It needs to be the full Nordschleife, otherwise it's not Green Hell. But yeah, that's it for tonight. Round 3 done and dusted. Back again, same time, same place next week. Obviously, we've got Sunday night coming up as well. That's the P1 boys and their Super GT 500 League. So it's Supras and mostly Supras. About 3 NSXs, maybe 2 NSXs and a GTR, but mostly Supras. But yeah, that's Sunday night at 9 o'clock, and then obviously same time, same place next week for this one. Again, GTTCC coming up in 6th of June, so if you want to get yourself involved in that, get over to Mature Racing Club on Facebook and find the link, or if you go to my page on Facebook as well, it's up on my page as well, so you can find the links there if you want them. But yeah, that's going to be it from me tonight, people. I hope you've liked what you've watched. If you have, give it a like, comment, subscribe, all that normal YouTubey stuff. But most of all, what I want you to do is tell your mates and tell your mums. My name's Dark Smoker. I'm out of here.